The canal is loading! Thank you for joining me yet again. This is Kawil here, giving you yet another adventure on the field of battle in the year 1943. Alright guys, the title, Infantry Can Survive. Infantry Can Survive is a play on words from a Hank Williams Jr. song by the title of Country Boy Can Survive. Now in that song, which I will actually put a link to the video in my description, you can hear what I'm talking about. Basically it's about a country boy who's surviving off the land, skinning deers, running trot lines, and surviving. Now, when I talk about the infantry can survive, you all know that the infantry it's a niche kit. It is useful for taking out armor such as tanks, jeeps, blah blah blah. And the first episode of A Country Boy Can Survive has started! Thank you, Lord. I need a double. I need a double. I need a two-bagger. Please, 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 please. Yes! Two-bagger in the hole. Thank you. Now, please excuse me for my unaccustomed, I might say, my unaccustomed excitement. But I just want to say, this is done with the recoilless rocket. The recoilless rocket. Which, is what we call it in the industry because, that's what it is. And that, please, a third time, yes! Again, this means absolutely nothing other than I got 3 recoilless kills in about a minute and a half, whatever. You want to call it lucky? I'll call it lucky right along with you. Because that's the way I roll. I'm the luck machine. The luck machine is about to enter into your screens yet again. Of course, I don't take him out with the recoilless rocket. I take him out the old-fashioned way by going up to him, stabbing a bullet in his face. Sorry, Blind Sight. You're going to see that name pop up many times during this match. And I completely apologize to Blindside 39 for it. It's not personal. It is about right place at the right time for me, wrong place at the wrong time for you. That's all it is. I need 4! Give me 4! Yes! 4! Count them on your fingertips. 4! I would have had 5, but this guy took it out for me. Thank you, Evil. I'm not unappreciative of that. Thank you, Evil. Target you. My fellow evil clanmate. Thank you. That is, I don't ever want to think that. I don't want ever you guys. I don't want ever. Let me just spit this out in a way that maybe I can, so that you guys can understand it. I don't want to ever give that impression that I am ungrateful for a kill that somebody else gets, because I'm about the team. I'm an old guy. I need the team. And while I missed this guy, Jesus, I missed him. That would have been 5. And somebody else takes him out. That's fine, because that's what it's about. But you have to admire my tenacity. I mean, look, I'm fighting trees here. Freaking tree got in my way. And thank you. Thank you to what is that, Xbox? I have no idea what that is. He took him out. Hey, big deal. It's good. That's good. That's what it's for. So, hey, I want to set this up. I'm in a tank. I mean, not a tank. I wish this was a tank. I'm in a Jeep, and I want you to give me a score on this dismount coming up. Give me a score right here. What do you think? What do you think about that dismount? I think it was like a 9.5 or a 10, and I'm going to tell you why. Because normally when you jump out of a Jeep, you stop moving. Did you see me stop moving there? I mean, it was like seamless. It was like I was Carrie Strug, and if you don't know who Carrie Strug, she was a Olympic chick back in the day. I don't remember any of the new ones, even though they were good and all that. I just remember Carrie Strug. She popped in my head. Thank you for the switch, because we all know the infantry cannot do well against other infantry, or people. So I needed to switch off to the rifleman, which is of course the all-around badass kit in the game. And thank you, Tank Boy. I'm now in the tank yet again, and thank you for I don't know, not killing me, I suppose. I'm tired already, guys. Jesus H. So, Country Boy Can Survive and Infantry Can Survive, and when I was going over this video to talk about this match with you guys, and I saw that opening sequence with the recoilless rocket taking out the jeeps, instantly that song popped in my head. Infantry Can't Survive, play on words of Country Boy Can't Survive by Hank Williams Jr. Good song. I don't care for the man's politics, but that's a whole nother story we could talk about later. I like him for a singer, not for what he says on, when he's talking. I only care about what he's singing. Yeah, the tower's not safe. It's not safe when somebody wants to get at you. So, geez, what else is there to talk about? I mean, I could talk about Divinalism When I Touch Myself, because that's also another song I like, and it actually, this match kind of reminded me of that, because I was flopping around with my big freaking floppy recoilless rocket shotgun or whatever. I just love playing with that. So that also did, come into play, and I was, I want anybody else, oh no. Yeah, that's Divinalist When I Touch Myself. I will link that as well in my description so you can see what I'm talking about. And you guys know that I sing a lot, well, lately, and Evil Target You, there's my boy again, he's just around. I like to have fun when I'm playing the game, and I especially like to have fun when I'm talking to you guys in this very quaint moment. This moment that both of us can, we can pull up a chair and have a glass of wine, and maybe have a little something to eat. And wait a second, I'm not talking about that. Come on. Okay, let's talk about that then. Let's talk about having a beer. I don't drink beer. So I'll have a root beer. Y'all can have, I don't know, what, a Bud Light Lime? You want to have Bud Light Lime? Who drinks a Bud Light Lime? I hate that! Have you ever been playing the game and you get taken out by that air raid? Isn't that like the most wastedest, if that's a word, the most wasted kill on the screen? I mean, it's a viable option for killing people. But when you get killed by it, don't you feel like, Jesus? I mean, I got killed from, I can hear him, I can see him. This is like one of those kills that I cannot stand to be killed by that thing. Especially when I'm rolling in a tank. And I want to thank that guy for his tank. He got killed on me, and I'm going to take his tank. I don't even remember how I lose this tank. This tank gets, oh, yeah, I get blown up at the top up there. On the other side, and you'll see I get taken out by, well, I jump out of my tank, which is really stupid. I get taken out by my tank, and I do exact revenge on the person that killed me, but, I can't get to my tank. Anyway. So, let's see. Hold on. I gotta readjust something real quick. I have a Dallas Cowboys towel on the backrest of my chair here. And yes, I am a Dallas Cowboys fan. And so I use the towel as a backrest because the chair is of a leatherish material, and well, I live in the Valley of the Sun, Phoenix, Arizona, and well, right now the temperature is, and not in the house, it's not 90 degrees in the house, but it's about 90 degrees outside. It's like 80 degrees in my house. But anyway, leather and skin tends to cause sweat to happen. Yeah, sweat. I said it. And so I use the towel as a backrest, as a backstop. Oh yeah, Dallas Cowboys. You guys have no fear about me being a Dallas Cowboys fan for one simple reason. I am not a bandwagon Dallas Cowboys fan. You remember back in the 90s when the Dallas Cowboys were winning Super Bowl after Super Bowl, and then they lost, and then they had another Super Bowl? Or whatever the combination of those were. They had 3 Super Bowl wins. Freaking 49ers. Anyway, you remember that time? I got a lot of shit back in them days. I was in high school. In 92, 93, 95, or whatever those years were. I took a lot of shit back in those days for being a Cowboys fan. And the reason I took a lot of shit is because everybody thought I was a bandwagon Cowboys fan. That could not be further from the truth, and I'll tell you why. Do you remember back in the 80s when the Cowboys went 1-15? Do you know that year sucked balls for Cowboys fans? And here comes the tank I was telling you about that destroys me, and I destroy him. And it's a draw with me, a little bit ahead, like 55 to 45, because I neutralize the flag. Anyway, there is no way in this world that I am a bandwagon Cowboys fan, and the reason is simple. Because I was there before the Cowboys were 1-15. Before. Like mid-80s. Mid-80s. 85. When I was 10 years old, I was a Cowboys fan. All right? So, before you guys start talking about, he's just like the Cowboys because they win the Super Bowl and they're... The reason I'm a Cowboys fan, the other reason is because I grew up in a rural part of New Mexico. And on Sundays, back when Sundays actually ruled to be a football fan, you know, you used to get 4 games, 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening. Yeah, those times ruled. Anyway, you get 2 in the morning, 2 in the evening, like I said. But the thing is, in rural New Mexico, because we didn't have a team of our own, and there was really no other teams that were close to us. This is early to mid 80s, okay? There was no other teams that was more played other than the Raiders. Who wants to watch the Raiders, right? There was no other team other than the Raiders that was played more on the TV than the Cowboys. So that is the other reason that I'm not a bandwagon Cowboys fan. Simply for the fact that they were the only team that I could watch with regularity. So the myth of well, it's not really a myth because there are bandwagon Dallas Cowboys fans. There's bandwagon anybody fan. You know, when the team starts winning and then suddenly, oh yeah, I've been a fan of theirs forever. Oh yeah, I've been a fan of this and that. And with the shirts and the jerseys and this and that. And, oh, the towels. No, that was not me. That was not me. I was there, as I said earlier, in 1980. What was that? 88? I don't know. One of the years in the 80s when they went 1-15. And the reason I remember that year, for one simple fact, is that year they beat, a little bit of trivia for you, when they went 1-15. The only team they beat that year was the Washington Redskins. And the Washington Redskins that year happened to be freaking pretty good that year. And the Cowboys kind of messed up their season a little bit, which is absolutely amazing. So I was there, 1-15. I was there for the trade of the century. And for anybody that is a football fan that follows the game and knows about the trade of the century, it was this. Thank you, Minnesota Vikings, for allowing us to become dominant. Yes, that's right. The Minnesota Vikings, in an epic trade with the Cowboys, this is what happened. During that time, you remember, oh, geez, what was that guy's name? Herschel Walker. Herschel Walker of USFL fame came to the Cowboys. Badass running back for the Cowboys. That's all we had was Herschel Walker, and the Minnesota Vikings said, hey, guys, you Cowboys, you need a little help there. How about you trade? Oh, thank you for running over me. You need a little trade. You need a little player. So that's what they did. We traded the Minnesota Vikings to Herschel Walker to the Minnesota Vikings, and we got like 4 or 5 picks. I mean 4 or 5 picks. I'm talking first round and second round picks. Do you know what that did? That gave us Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, and his name eludes me. Michael Irvin with receiver. That was the reason we became dominant. All right? That was the Cowboys. And I'm proud to call myself a Cowboys fan. Just like I'm also proud to say thank you for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to talk about anything, I'm going to link those 2 videos in there for you. Talk about anything, leave me some messages. Have a good day, guys.